Hello and welcome to episode 99 of Comics with Stevey D. And this is going to be a super duper exciting episode for me. And hopefully for you too. I have a friend, Mike, in the comic book community. There's his icon, Casino Comics. And we've been following each other and leaving comments and liking each other's videos and all that stuff. And he reached out to me and asked me what book I needed to complete my comic book run. So he mailed me in this box, no, in a littler box. He mailed me a book, and I hope it is the book that I was talking about. And so I've gotten it all out and I've cut this part of the bag and I haven't looked at it. And I want my reaction to be recorded. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong side of it. Okay. Oh, look at that. It is the book. And what we have here is Captain America 109 from Captain America 109. It's a 12 center and it has the origin of Captain America, and it's on a newspaper printed from that time period. And I'm going to set it up there so you can look at it a little bit. And I just want to thank Mike on the air. Thanks, Mike. I have a A-OK heading your way. Now I have your address. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate this gift. Because it's not only that it completes my Captain America run, it also is a sign from this comic book community about how good people are and how good collectors are to one another. And if you strike a chord with somebody's videos that they make or you make or vice versa, and there's a connection, not only because we collect comic books, I think it's because you can kind of see what kind of people the creators are. All right, Mike, I'll give you, there's his sign again. So I highly recommend you watch his channel because he's really good at plots and he collects a lot of books and he's interesting to watch. Moving on to my show, I'm just kind of choked up a little bit here. But the first book I want to show is a Gru. Now, I got maybe 8 or 9 of these now. I'm collecting them a little at a time. And when I run across them in the dollar bins, I'm not spending much money or anything on them. This is number 56 from 1989, cover art by Sergio Aragonés, A Minstrel Tale. And why? I have a little niche. I like to collect instruments on comic book covers. And also, this is out of his style. Sergio Aragonés, because his covers look more like this. See how complex that is? Let me move it a little bit. He does very complex things, and most of his covers are complex. And the minstrel is very singular. But I noticed when he's going through the book, as I thumb through it, every time he's got something else coming out off of the pegboard of his instrument. So it's Gru, in this case, in Browns. So that's my Gru book. Now here's something I am collecting a niche of. And it's the 25th anniversary's headshots. So I got 3 or 4. I got Captain America, I got Hawkeye, now I got Conan, got a couple more, one more I think, but I can't remember it is right now. So I'm collecting the heads a little bit at a time. And this is Conan the Barbarian, number 188 from 1986. Cover art by John Buscema. All right. Oh, I have Iron Man too. How could I forget Iron Man? That's the one I forgot. All right, moving on. Here's a nice book I like. Avengers Spotlight, number 26 from 1989. Cover art by Keith Pollard. And I like when Iron Man and Hawkeye get together. It's always a good adventure. And so, oh, there's a cool Quinjet picture right on the splash page. All right, moving on. Here's a neat book, very iconic. Captain America variant number 1J from 2018. Ron Garney is the cover artist. And so I got a note to myself to open the book up and show the last page. Like, it had variants past J, so I already had this issue in a different variant, but I really like the looks on Cap's and Bucky's face, you know. And oh yeah, here's why I wanted to show the last page. Isn't that a cool? It almost looks like a photograph. It's so well done. So that's Captain America 1J right there. I showed this in the last episode, but I'm going to give it a little more time because it just came in the box. Tales of Suspense number 99 from 1968. Last issue before splitting into two titles. Captain America started at 100 and Iron Man started at 1. And it's At the Mercy of the Magia. And creators Archie Goodwin and Jen Colan on the Iron Man story. And Captain America creators The Man Who Lived Twice, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Iron Man battles Whiplash, and Zemo is behind things. So I really like this cover because he is caught, but he'll get out and he'll start his own new issue, his own new title. All right, moving on. Captain America 368 from 1990, cover art by Ron Lim. Now, why did I pick this book after I have all these other ones? Because I've been bragging about having all the Captain Americas. So I'm going through my boxes trying to pick books for the show. And there was a space. And I was missing this book. So this book, I had to get to complete the run. I got this before I got the mail. So that was, 109 was my last issue needed. I have the run and all the annuals. But this was the missing book. You know, I might run across it somewhere in the collection. You know how things can get out of place. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe I was reading it and left it somewhere. Who knows? But I had to have one. The completionist in me had to have this. So, all right. Oh, here's a beautiful cover. Alex Ross. Cover art by Captain America Iron Man number 5 from 2022. Cover art, Alex Ross. And what I wanted to point out about this book, besides being just beautiful, some artists can draw one character better than another, but I think Alex Ross can draw Iron Man and Captain America equally well. You know, I love the way he puts a gleam on the armor, and I love the highlights on the kind of chainmail top of Captain America's shoulders and stuff. Let's see. Oh, his shield. If you look closely at his shield, it has that Iron Man gleam to it. So Alex Ross, quickly becoming one of my favorite artists. Now, The last part of my show is the same book 3 times. Why am I showing the same book 3 times? Well, because I got them out of the dollar bin in my most recent comic book hunt at Eclipse Comics in Rolla, Missouri. But they were only $1. And I want you in the comments to say which cover you like and why you like it best. Now here's the first cover. This was the primary cover of the book. Stuart Im Moron. And it's number 1. And I'll bring it up close so you can get some details, trying to get the glare off of it. And all 3 of these, in my opinion, are wonderful covers. I would have only bought one if I was getting it through the mail or anything, but since I was digging through the dollar bins, I figured, why not? So that's the first one, the original cover. And here's a cool cover. And this is cover art by Kale Nagu, 1B. And what I like about this is they're all looking off in one direction. All heroic, like they either done something great or they're about to do something great. And that's what I liked about this cover. And the last one is very nostalgic kind of cover for me. This is cover art, variant cover art by Mark Brooks, 1D. Okay, now I just like the floating heads. I like the old Iron Man helmet. It kind of reminds me of old-time Avenger comics. And it's also on the issue stamp, date stamp kind of. And it's, I don't know if it's picking it up, but it's real cool. And you have the Wasp, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, and Ant-Man on this cover. And so I'll show the 3 covers again, and then you let me know in the comments which cover you like. There's the original cover, and this is variant 1B. And this is variant cover 1D. So that concludes this exciting episode of Comics with Stevey D. Thank everybody for watching the show, and especially Mike at Casino Comics, who finished off my run for me, and I can't thank you enough. Everybody, happy comic book hunting. Take care.